For me, once he stopped, that was like my first heartbreak, because you think that this person's going around saying they love you and like you're their favorite child, and you're doing this and you're protecting them by not telling. And so I used to do things like when I knew he was coming upstairs, I would just be in my underwear. Like I would do those things to try
It's like a Stockholm syndrome.
It's Stockholm syndrome to the T. I was going to say that at the end. Thanks for saying that. And so to a T, and nobody understands like what that's like. When I tell people that, they're like, what? Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, the foundation of my youth was that. And I, weathered the storm for that because I thought I was protecting my brother who was in the room next door. And I was like, oh, at least he's going to stop fighting with my mom so I can take the brunt of this abuse, and he's going to leave my mom alone.
Right.
And so it ended up happening that he actually stuck around for a long time. I never told anyone until I was 21 years old. However, I told my mom after she called me and was like, he finally left. Like, my abuser was my stepfather. And he would literally come up in the middle of the night. He would always do it when he came home drunk. I would hear him pull up in the driveway because we had like a gravel rock driveway. And I just knew it was going to happen. He fought with my mom, which their bedroom was right under my bedroom. He'd come upstairs, go into the bathroom, turn on the light.
How y'all doing? What's going on? Honey, I got a story for y'all. Y'all gonna listen. When I first seen this story, I said, what in the world is going on? I have never heard nothing like this. And this has to do with Shaun T. Y'all know that dancer guy? Yeah, Shaun T. He's been dancing, doing a work scene, trying to get people to lose weight. He comes out here with Angela Yee, shout out to her, to tell his story about his stepfather. Yes, and honey, you gotta hear this stuff. Now, before I start, I just want to say I thank everybody for rocking with me. I really appreciate it. You guys know this channel, The Messy Sweet Spot, has been going through some rocky things, okay? So I appreciate you guys. If you guys comment, make sure you guys like this video. Share. We're trying to get up an algorithm. And I know you guys like these stories, so that's why I'm bringing it. Real life situations, real life news. And it has to do with Shaun T and his stepfather. His stepfather been touching on him, doing the horrible things. And you already know, I don't need to say it. Since he was 8 years old. 8 years old, yes. He said the stepfather will argue and put paws on his mom and everything. And I don't know about these mothers out here, but mothers, if a man is hitting on you, please get out that relationship. It does affect your child. If you care about your kid's safety, get out. Because if he harms you, he's going to harm those kids. He cares about you more than he loves those kids. And I guarantee you, he will harm those kids. And in this case, he harmed that child in ways cannot be described. Now, Shaun T, I guess he has healed, because how he's telling the story, girl, I'm like, but he talks about how it was going on for years and how he was trying to protect him. I guess it caused some type of syndrome where you trying to protect your pedo. He said that he will be ready for his stepfather. He would get up in his underwear and meet him at the top of the stairs, talking about he's ready. Okay. He says that this was his first heartbreak. He said that when his stepfather stopped messing with him, that was his heartbreak. I just did not care for how he worded things, but I'm not trying to judge. You understand? It's just new to me because I've never heard anybody word things like that. He also said the last time he seen him, he had a dance performance and he was in the back. I'm thinking, why he's not in jail? Why didn't y'all press charges? It's never too late. It is never too late. How he felt so comfortable to come to your dance recital, I don't know. Shaun said that he broke the news to the mom when he was 21. At the mom, what are we doing? It's time to take action. Your son confessed that he's been doing a crime to your son for all this time. It's time to take action. Shaun says he don't believe that his mom know. I think she knew. I think she knew. Yes, I do. I think she knew something was going on. Yes, I do. He said that he will always fight with his mom, the stepfather, and then he'll come upstairs where his bedroom is and use the bathroom upstairs. I know they got a bathroom downstairs. I know they got a bedroom downstairs. They got a bathroom downstairs. But allegedly, honey, she didn't hear nothing, think nothing. He said when he go upstairs, he'll turn the bathroom light on, and then he'll turn the bathroom vent on. So she thinks he's using the bathroom. Well, hell, maybe she was afraid of that man too, you know? But come on now. You're not going to sneak up there to see is everything okay with your husband or what's going on? And he kept on doing it. And Shaun said when he was a kid, he was, protecting him. Now, Shaun, he does have a family. And he said that abuse that he endured caused him to endure abuse in his relationships. He said his recent men been putting paws on him, and he was allowing his men, he was staying in that abusive relationship when these men was going upside his head. And he got it from his mama, because he have watched his mama all his life going upside her head, and it's some twisted stuff. And I wonder, where is Shaun's biological father? Where is his, real father at? He don't have no say in it. He don't know what was going on. He wasn't trying to get revenge out of this. I don't know, honey. But Shaun, he does have a beautiful family with his husband and kids. Now, listen. I'm looking at this, and I ain't never seen it. I think it's beautiful, but then again, I'm like, what? Because I ain't never seen nothing like that. It's new to me. You understand? So I try not to judge. But I'll show you some video footage. I'll probably put them on display right now. That is his family currently. I believe his husband and his kids. They have 2 beautiful boys. And they seem very lovey-dovey. Okay? Now, let me show y'all this clip. And my last message is this. You mothers out here, please leave these men alone. It is not worth it. These men, y'all relationships are causing more damage than good. I hear it all the time. Okay? Always check on your boys. Always check on your girls. Try to have an open communication so your kids can be able to tell you when horrible things like this going on. Because I'm assuming Shaun didn't feel comfortable telling his mom after seeing that big man beat on his mom. Who else is he gonna tell? You can't control him. You can't do nothing to him because he keep on beating on you, going upside your head. You have no power in this situation. So, that's what I'm assuming. That's why he didn't tell his mom that the stepfather was creeping in his bed every other night. Shaun said that I guess he had feelings for his stepfather, where he felt like he wanted to protect his stepfather, and keeping his secret. Okay, he wanted to keep his father's secret, that he's been doing the most to him. Yes, everything. Okay, and wow. That's a lot for a child to bear. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot, honey. Woo. Check this video out. Let me know if you guys like these stories that I'm breaking into you guys, or do you guys want to just go to celebrity gossip? Please put in the comment section. I'm trying to brand this channel to see what we want. Okay, love you guys. Check this video out. Okay.
My abuser was my stepfather, and he would literally come up in the middle of the night. He would always do it when he came home drunk. I would hear him pull up in the driveway because we had like a gravel rock driveway. And I just knew it was going to happen. He fought with my mom, which their bedroom was right under my bedroom. He'd come upstairs, go into the bathroom, turn on the light, because in the bathroom, you have the vent. Mm-hmm. So turn on the bathroom, close the door. So my mom probably thought like he just went upstairs and went to the bathroom. But he would come in my room, start by rubbing, turn me over, perform. And it was so weird because like I actually had the feeling the time I was 8, but I never.
Right.
And the first time I did that was the last time it stopped. Now, here's the crazy thing that a lot of people don't know happens. So for me, once he stopped, that was like my first heartbreak, because you think that this person's going around saying they love you and like you're their favorite child, and you're doing this and you're protecting them by not telling. And so I used to do things like when I knew he was coming upstairs, I would just be in my underwear. Like I would do those things to try
It's like a Stockholm syndrome.
It's Stockholm syndrome to the T. I was going to say that at the end. Thanks for saying that. And so to a T, and nobody understands like what that's like. When I tell people that, they're like, what? Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, the foundation of my youth was that. And I, weathered the storm for that because I thought I was protecting my brother who was in the room next door. And I was like, oh, at least he's going to stop fighting with my mom so I can take the brunt of this abuse, and he's going to leave my mom alone.
Right.
And so it ended up happening. He actually stuck around for a long time. I never told anyone until I was 21 years old. However, I told my mom after she called me and was like, he finally left. Like, he held a my head, and she was like, it's, he finally left. And that was like the end.
Do you feel like she had any idea prior, or you think she really didn't know?
Yo, she had no
idea.
Because he was like the person in the family, when we would go to Philadelphia, like his family, like he was, he was the what I like to call the HNIC, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so everyone like worshipped him, and they thought he was the best. And so when we would go there, he would be like walking around with me, and I looked like him, but he wasn't my biological father, So I'm walking around like, oh yeah, like I'm the prince of the family, holding this secret and just going along with what everyone else thought about him. And
you never know.
But you want to know what's like even crazier? So once I got into college and I started dancing, I actually ended up getting accepted into this really amazing dance concert in Philadelphia. And I'd never talked to him. As after I told my mom everything, do you know that he showed up to this dance concert and stood in the back of the theater while I was dancing? It was fucking psychotic. I was like, this dude is psychotic.
Wow, that is wild.
So here's what I did. So I was like, all right, you have two options here. You can walk out of the room, like act like you don't see him, or you can perform the fuck out of this dance, which I did. And I walked up to him and I was like, I hope you enjoyed it. I turned away and I walked away, and that was the last time I ever spoke to him.
That is wild. And so he's never gotten any accountability or had any repercussions.
No, but here's what's even crazier. No one ever really asked me about this deep. So thank you, because I'm able to share this. So come to find out, years later, I'm sitting in the house with his sister and my cousin, who's her daughter.
Okay.
And they ended up telling me he passed away. I had no idea that he passed away. And then they also don't know that I wrote my book, but they had no idea that this happened. So they're telling me this, and I'm like, good. And then they say, we just want you to know that the last things that he was asking for was, he was like, do you think, because he died of cancer, and he was like, do you think, my boys would come see me, which is me and my brother. And I'm like, are you crazy? And so here's the crazy thing. So on TikTok, like a couple years later, I did this story, or this TikTok video about how, and I explained this over the course of like how this song portrayed the TikTok to go. And that's when the rest of the family found out. They never found out from my book. They found out from that TikTok
Oh my
video.
goodness.
So yeah, and it follows you forever. I mean, that happened less than 5 years ago. So in my 40s, you know what I'm saying?
It's something you're still processing and always dealing with.
I actually don't. It's always with me. I use it as power now because I've been in therapy. I went to therapy forever. I'm still in therapy now. I found out something else in therapy like last week, which is a whole other conversation. But yeah.